what if I told you that more than half of you here would not pass this class? It's a startling statistic, and while not true regarding this class, it is true regarding a financial literacy test. A financial literacy test consists of only 5 questions, and yet 2/3 of the world's population cannot pass it. How many of you here hope to own your own home one day? Being financially literate is the first step to obtaining that goal. Today I will insist on everyone here taking action to making financial literacy programs mandatory in all schools across the U.S., or that we do our due diligence and educate ourselves. I will begin by first discussing the problem in depth, outlining possible solutions, and helping us visualize a better future without this problem. Financial illiteracy is a problem that plagues a lot of Americans, but most importantly, our young adults. Based on data from Time.com, people who have a lower degree of financial literacy tend to borrow more and accumulate less wealth, pay more in fees related to financial products, most likely to experience difficulty with debt, and less likely to invest and know the terms of their mortgages and other loans. Young adults just starting out usually have no prior knowledge of how to contribute to an IRA or 401k, how much they will pay in interest when purchasing a new car, or how credit works overall. This in turn can lead to bankruptcies, repossession of vehicles, and probably the most detrimental down the road, foreclosure on their home. Several economic analysts like to blame the financial crisis of 2008 on the financiers taking advantage of the consumers. Had the consumers been more financially literate, is it possible that those faulty loans could have been avoided in the first place? National Endowment for Financial Education, or NEFI.org, found that 89% of K-12 teachers agree that students should either take a financial education course or pass a competency test. Yet very few of those teachers believe they were prepared to teach personal finance. In states that do have financial education standards, over 60% of teachers felt they were not well qualified to teach these standards. Financial literacy is a problem. I can offer solutions. Just like learning to read or write, financial education should be a mandatory program offered as early as elementary. The sooner, the most beneficial it will be. Unfortunately, the majority of schools in the U.S. do not currently have such programs, but that shouldn't stop us from inquiring and requesting that they be established. I know that there are a few of you who are in high school, but most of us are well into our adulthood, and some of us even have kids. For those of you that are in high school, I urge you to talk to your teachers, counselors, vice principals, or principals, and stress the importance of having financial education programs in your school. For parents, you can do this by going to PTA meetings or sending a letter of correspondence to the superintendent of schools in your area. You can let them know that you've done your research, and there's a lot of online curriculum at www.nefi.org or actforyouth.net available to teachers for free. For those of us who never received such education through our schools, we need to educate ourselves. One tool that I found extremely informative is www.360financialliteracy.org. This site is designed for all ages and for all people in different financial stages of life. One question that I got answered from this site was, what do I do with my 401k when I switch employers? This site laid out the precise steps to take and made that process very simple and seamless. Because, after all, this site also points out that employee-sponsored retirement plans, such as 401ks, are some of the most powerful retirement savings tools available. Now that we have outlined some feasible solutions, let's visualize a world where we are all able to obtain a better financial education when we need it the most. Being financially literate at a relatively young age can open so many doors and give you more options. The benefits, just to name a few, include getting the credit card that you want with great rewards and a low interest rate, purchasing the new car that you want with no interest, buying a new home in the location that you want and being able to pay it all off. Time.com notes that people with high levels of financial literacy are able to plan for retirement better and actually have more than double the wealth of people who don't. Some interesting research I found at education.portland.edu is that if financial programs were mandatory in all schools, then students are more likely to stay out of debt and max out their credit cards, more likely to understand their college loans and consequences, and more likely to build savings. We all know that college can be very expensive, but if students were more educated about finances, they will have a better chance of making smart decisions throughout their educational careers. Also, Debt.org notes the result from a 2014 survey done by the American Psychological Association that states that 72% of American adults are stressed out about money at least some of the time, and 26% are stressed out about it most of or all of the time. The more you know, the less stressed out you will be. The world is definitely a brighter place for the financially educated. Today, we have explored the problem of financial illiteracy. We went over the solutions and we visualized what your future could look like if we implement these solutions. So I urge you to educate yourselves. Visit the websites that I've shown you today. Parents, get involved in your child's financial education, because if we've learned anything today, it's that the sooner our children become financially literate, the better the chance they have at being financially set in life.